Do you want to play college soccer and have your education paid for with an athletic scholarship? If the answer is yes, then you need Coach George on your side. As a Division I head coach for 20 years, Coach George took his team to the NCAA championships 5 times. During his career, he hosted hundreds of campus visits, attended tournaments and ID camps, and read thousands of emails from students just like you. He recruited and signed countless players, offering thousands of dollars in college scholarships. Learn his inside secrets to the recruiting process and let him help you find the perfect school for the soccer player in your family. Here is Coach George.
Hi, I'm Coach George. Welcome to College Soccer Recruiting Insider Secrets. I'm going to talk to you today about the factors that you need to think about when choosing a school. Here's something to think about. Imagine a person walks up to the airport and they go to the ticket counter and they say, "I want to go on vacation." The person who's going to sell them the airline ticket says, "Great, where do you want to go?" "I'm not really sure." Well, one thing you have to think about next is, what do you want to do on your vacation? Do you want to go to the beach? Do you want to climb mountains and ski? What do you want to do? It sounds obvious, doesn't it? It sounds almost absurd. But you would be surprised in my 20 years as a head college coach, how many times a family would come in, the player would sit down, I'd look the player in the eye, and I'd ask him, "What are some important factors for you when choosing a school?" And sometimes the player had no idea or had some crazy ideas. Well, I can promise you this, every college coach is going to ask you that question when you get that moment. And I can promise you this, if you want to pick a successful school, a school that you like, you need to think about those things before you even get started. It'll make the decision process a lot easier. And then once you come up with those factors, and we cover those, and I'm going to tell you how to do that today, then I'm going to tell you when you answer that question that the college coach asks, I'm going to tell you the next thing that college coach does with the answer and what they're trying to do to help you along. Okay, enough from me. Let's hear from the college coaches. First, let's hear from the head coach at Mississippi State University, Coach James Armstrong.
Well, obviously, there's a lot of factors that go into it. I think that the most important one is the academic piece. That's going to be the biggest part of the decision, making sure that the school not only has the major that you're interested in doing, but also thinking about class sizes, faculty to staff, faculty to student ratio, things like that. Another factor that's going to be involved is going to be location, proximity to family, how important that is to you. Also, do you want to be in a city? Do you want to be in a college town? All those kind of things. Then the soccer piece is going to be a huge factor as well. How many are they graduating? What are their positional needs? Style of play, that's going to be obviously a determining factor. And then the relationship with the coaches. You know, that's the feel that you have when you talk to them and when you go on campus and spend time with them. That's going to be huge. And then finally, I would say the team chemistry. You know, when you get to meet the girls on the team, what is their relationships with one another and their relationship with the coaches.
Thanks, Coach. It sounds awful windy where you are. I hope a storm's not coming, but thanks for those answers. Next, let's hear from Coach Marsha Harper at the University of Massachusetts. Coach Marsha, tell us what you think.
I would suggest that they look at a variety of schools in general, but also division level, because there's a lot of variety amongst the different divisions. So whether it's Division I, Division II or III, NAIA, junior college, don't know if I'm missing any, but there's a lot of different divisions, and within those divisions, there's a lot of different types of schools. You know, you have your bigger schools that are, 30,000 students plus, and then kind of the middle, and then schools that have a smaller student population. So each of those schools gives kind of a different feeling. Then obviously, then the campus size comes into effect, whether you want a big school or more of a smaller camp or physically a smaller campus size. And then within that, then there's, of course, do you want a school that's in a city, more of a city vibe, or more of a rural area where there's, not as much going on and not as many crazy people running around. There's a lot. And also, obviously, the brand of soccer, the style of soccer that specific school, that women's soccer team plays, and also the coaches and the players. I think that's really important if you can get around the players of that team to understand what the culture is like, and who you'd potentially be playing with. How are they as people? How do they handle different situations, socially, academically? And also the academics, huh?
Yeah, very nice. That's a factor, I guess, right?
Yeah, I could go on forever.
Well, you certainly got a lot of good points there. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate those tips. You've heard from two different coaches from two different parts of the country, and their answers are pretty similar, aren't they? These are the important factors that you need to decide when choosing a school, and it's an important part to make your process less stressful and enjoy it more, and it'll help give you an idea of what direction you want to go. Okay, so we've talked about some important factors to picking a school, and that's great. Now here's the insider secret. When we talked to you before, we said the college coach is going to ask you these questions. That's going to be true, and we will. Now you can use these factors and base your questions off of them. So if academics are important to you, you can ask the college coach questions about the academic programs at that college. If location, social environment, the dorms, housing, the food, all those things are important, now you have a series of questions that you can ask the coach, and that's always good. College coaches appreciate it when you ask them questions. So once again, have those questions ready. Now here's the thing, what the college coach is going to do. When they hear what your important factors are, that's how they're going to address the tour and the rest of the time they talk to you. I'll give you an example. I had a player come to me once, and she was a soccer junkie. All she cared about was soccer, soccer, soccer. She wanted to go to school, she wanted to get a degree, and all that was important to her. But she wanted to know, what kind of uniforms were we going to wear? What's our field like? Where do we play? What's our schedule? Most of the tour and most of that day I spent with her, we talked soccer. Likewise, I've had other people come in and the soccer's important to them, just all the things that were to her, but those other player maybe wanted to become a doctor. And so now the pre-med program was real important. And what was that all about? Can I talk to professors? Can I see what the curriculum is? Can I see what kind of classes we're going to take? To her, that was a vital thing. So everyone's a little bit different, but that's where the college coach bases the tour and the information to you and give you ideas about the college so you can make those good decisions. So again, have a list of factors. You can have other factors. These are just 7 of the great ones. So we've listed 7 for you, and look at those and then use those, answer those questions, and you can go from there. Thanks so much for watching our episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Our next episode will be featuring other college coaches and other topics that will help you in the college recruiting process. If you have any questions, comments, or questions you would like answered, feel free to email us at the address below. Thank you. Bye now.